Us silly little humans, we sure love our pets, and we should. Pets are the best thing that the universe has gifted us, and I couldn't be more grateful to have one in my existence. And today is actually Boof's birthday. So, the story that I'm going to talk about today is probably blasphemous to him because it's going to be about a cat, not a dog. So, don't snitch on me because he will bite in my ankles. But happy birthday to my lovely baby. And I can totally understand that if anything would be up with him, I would do anything I can to save him or to relieve him of pain or do anything I can. And an Italian doctor had the same thing, and he took it quite to the extreme. So this is not the cat in question. This is a beautiful cat, but this is a model. Looks very much like a model. Beautiful bean. But the cat of this Italian doctor fell a lot of stories down. The cat Athena plunged 6 floors from the roof of the building where the family live. And even though cats land on their feet and they have 9 lives, 6 floors is still a lot, and Athena wasn't doing very well. But luckily for Athena, her caregiver was an Italian doctor, or is an Italian doctor. I assume he still is her caregiver. And this Italian doctor is the manager of the radiology unit in the hospital he works at, which is Umberto Perini Hospital in a northern Italian region. Hope I'm pronouncing that somewhat correctly. And he decided to save his pet, as I think any pet owner would do if they have the opportunity to do so. So what he did was he actually took his cat to the hospital he works at, and he gave her a CAT scan. Like, honestly, it's called a CAT scan. Like, if they don't want you to use that scan for your cat, don't call it a CAT scan. What does it actually stand for? Okay, it stands for computed tomography. I don't know where the A is for then. CAT scan. He put the cat through the CAT scan, right? I assume to check what was up since that's an x-ray machine. And after that, he even performed surgery right there in the x-ray unit. He performed pneumothoracic surgery, which I looked up, and it's apparently to relieve air from the area in between your lungs and your chest. So I assume air would have come out in any way, and you have to remove that. So that's what he did, which saved her. It was a life-saving surgery, so it was successful. And the cat is happy and alive, which is the best news out of this whole ordeal. But obviously, the authorities and probably the hospital don't take it very well when you operate on a cat in your place of work, especially when that's a place where humans get x-rayed, and I understand that that's a big health risk. So unfortunately, the Italian doctor is now placed under investigation. They say he could face charges of wasting public money and depriving patients of essential services. So in his defense, he did perform this surgery after everyone was gone, so there was no patients waiting to be helped. So I don't think he necessarily deprived patients of essential services. I do understand that it probably cost some money to operate the machine. He probably used some things for his surgery, but I would assume the biggest health risk is just bring the cat in. But that might just be me, and I might be completely wrong about that. But the doctor himself said, being a doctor means carrying out a mission. The driving force is precisely the life that flows in the eyes of those who entrust themselves to your care. And this life flows in every living being. If my cat had died, I would have never been able to forgive myself, especially because my children adore her. And I think that's it's just an act of love for a living being that you care for, and I think that's a beautiful thing. I do understand that it violates policies, especially when you're dealing with a hospital where everything is super strict, but I do really hope that he gets off the hook easy, because I understand him, I understand. He loves his cat, and he saved her, and I think that's beautiful.